Welcome to my domain. So basically, this is a game I made called Cubeland Testrealm. It's a project that I was making because I felt like making something. Currently, I'm trying to make it for a game jam with my friends. I've been working on it for a while, for the past 15 days. I didn't make that much progress on it the past week, but I basically made most of it 2 weeks ago. I'm currently adding new stuff for it, but I decided I would get your feedback on it and see what I can add and change. I might link it in the description, but also I might not, because I want to only show the full version. I'll see about it in the end. So I'm going to show you examples of what you can do in this game. Firstly, you might notice the fact that I can only move with a cursor, and that is indeed the case. There are two modes of jumping. You can just click and jump somewhere, or you can hold the mouse button and not only increase your jump power but also your launch distance, your maximum launch distance. You might notice some spheres around the crosshair. That's one of my favorite features in this game. It's called the trajectory prediction. It took me a while to perfect it, but this is the current version of it. So basically, the way the trajectory works is that the game tries to predict what you will, and these spheres that you see are supposed to represent the path that you will take when you drop in. The way they work is that if they're red, that means that this is the peak velocity that you'll achieve in this launch, and if they're blue, that means that you're going to be a bit slow when in this point in a jump. If they are less transparent and bigger, that means that you'll have a lot of velocity. Like just in general, you'll be going very fast at that point in the launch. You might have noticed something, specifically a blue crosshair. This crosshair is supposed to show where you will land based on the prediction. The white crosshair is going to show the mouse position on the world. You will mostly be landing in the blue crosshair. Sometimes you might not see that because I made it so that if it gets too close to the white crosshair, it's just invisible. Otherwise, it will be visible. For example, you can see here I landed around perfectly on the crosshair. Like in this situation here, I landed perfectly on it. This system is actually 99% accurate. There are only some few stuff it doesn't take into account. I've made some stuff to test your jumping capabilities, such as this rock stack here. You can jump up on and reach the top of it or something. I'll go to the main attraction that you are seeing in the center. This mainly includes testing stuff here. This game is multiplayer, even though it looks like it's single player because nobody's in the events. That's because I'm just currently playing it alone. These are the spinners. Also, don't mind if it seems like I'm lagging, although it might seem like the game is lagging and stuff. Since this is all on the server side and this is actually not your character, everything should function normally, even if it looks like you're lagging. But yeah, these are the spinners. They get faster with time, but have the maximum speed, and they can also bump into each other. Now these are the steps. I made these steps again, just like the rocks. I made them for testing your jumping capabilities, and they seem to be working most of the time. Now you might have noticed some buttons. There are a few buttons that have been placed for certain reasons. For example, this button on the right here is supposed to be for this trust test. Why am I calling it a trust test? It's because currently, while it might look unbeatable, if you stand on this button, you'll actually place a bridge here that the player can try to jump across in order to get this trophy. But if at any point you decide that you're going to be malicious and decide to jump off the button, you'll basically be dooming them to eternal flames. I can't currently test it because, well, I'm alone and I don't have anyone to play it with, sadly. So I was just showing it. Let me try passing. Can I pass? This game is so cool. Okay, there. I thought I was stuck for a second. For some reason that happens sometimes and I have no idea why. Let's see. There's also this simple API that you can mostly skip, but I made it back when this game was early so that I can test this stuff. It's pretty easy because it's prediction, which is pretty nice. I must make sure that I don't fall here, else I'll be so doomed. Also, these walls are also made of clay bricks, so mind your step, I guess. I'm gonna see if I can skip all the way back there. Dang. The particle did not hold at first, but there's actually this particle. If you fall and die. Let me show it again, if I can. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty dramatic. Of the Cubeland Testrealm. No, I've shown multiple stuff before, but I'm also going to shuffle. I'm also going to show you some other stuff now. Now, you might have noticed while I was going up that, hey, there's something there. There's definitely something. So I decided to go and show you it. It's actually a zipline card that I made. Oh. I'll be back when I've reached the As I was saying, this is a zipline card that I made. It's pretty fun to use when you have someone else. Now, because I'm alone, I kind of have to push it myself. But if you're with someone else, they can press this button and they can press this button right here and we'll give this thing a boost. Let me show you for myself. It's simple, but it could be fun to use. Let me see if I can reach myself here. See, it's getting pushed. Now let me press it again. Yeah, it gives you a good shot. Now over here I'll be showing the trampoline. The trampoline is kind of buggy, but it mostly works. I'm going to use these steps to reach it. Now watch this amazing jump that I'm gonna make. Close enough. The trampoline is pretty fun, and also sometimes not work, usually it always works. And also there's a funny glitch that I plan to keep actually. If you jump inside the trampoline, let's say yeah, that happens. And I actually plan to keep it. Pretty interesting. Moving on, now we're going to the next attraction, which is this color minigame that once again, like many of these stuff, you need another person to do it, unfortunately. And as you know, I have no one to test it out with, but I can give you the general idea. It is a bit buggy, so on some occasions some stuff might not work, but usually it works. Let me explain. So first, you have these platforms here. You might see they're only in 2 colors, but once you press this button, they change colors randomly. As you can see, they've changed colors now, so let's pick one of the colors. I'm gonna pick pink for now. No, wait, oops. Now the board is set to pink. Wait. Let me try again. I was saying now the board is set to pink. Now focus on the pink platforms. Watch what happens when I step on this button. I'm pretty sure you can predict it because you've played these games many times. But as you can see, when I press this green button, all the platforms but the pink ones disappear. Now, like I said, it is kind of buggy, so some platforms might stay, some platforms might not. Let me randomize it and pick the blue one this time. Let me see. As you can see, every platform but the blue one has disappeared. Now, this is the final attraction, and it's pretty fun. However, because it's so fun, and it's so good. I'm gonna actually let you play it instead of me. I think I'll leave the game in the description so that you can try it. And more importantly, if you have some more suggestions on what I should do, maybe you can write in the comments on what should I add, or any ideas you have in mind for this. Currently, this is only the Testrealm, but I'm trying to make a full game with it, with many stuff, and probably even different game modes and stuff. But if you want to, you can enter the game and test this thing out for yourself, because I can guarantee you it's very, very fun if you actually know how it works. Anyways, that's all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the video.